What's up, guys? My name's KC, and welcome back to Hardcore Minecraft. Today, first on the menu, chicken. What I mean by that is last episode we set up the start of a egg collection system, and this time I want to finish creating that so we can start getting some chicken automatically. And we only have 12 eggs. That's not great. But what we can do is set up the rest of this system, and then when more eggs come in, we can fix that. Next order of business, sand. Okay, so while we are waiting for all of the eggs to pop out, I got all of the things that I need for this farm, or at least I think I'll need. I'm not really great at redstone, but we're going to try it. I've got the dispenser. So the way it's going to work is the dispenser is going to go down here. A slab is going to go there. And then the chickens go here, like that. And then we're going to have a setup like this. So we're going to need a comparator to read when there's items in here. So when you put an item in there, it gives a signal to the comparator. So we're going to have a comparator there, a piece of redstone dust, and then a sticky piston. So when something goes in, the piston's activated. And then we're going to put an observer there, an observer here. Let's just put something in there for now. And an observer facing into there. That creates a clock. And then that clock will dispense the items until it's all done. And then now all we need is a hopper system running into there. Now we're going to get rid of all of these eggs into here, but I want to show you kind of how it works. So chicken gets dispensed, or eggs get dispensed in here. Just put that in there until one spawns. Alright, one spawned. And then lava goes like that. But the chicken doesn't die. It only dies when it grows up. Chickens lay their eggs. Eggs go here. Chickens grow up. Chickens burn. Chicken goes in chest. And I'll check back in on here periodically throughout this episode. Just make sure it's working. This is the first time I've made something like this. Thought it would be a good idea so that I don't have to worry about food moving forward. Now, the last couple episodes, I know I've been doing a ton of exploring. So now I'm hoping that I can just kind of slow down a little bit. A lot of my time went into that exploring stuff, and I didn't really like how the episodes turned out, but it was something that I still felt like I needed to show. For this episode, I would like to do a little bit more world building. And starting with the area over here. We haven't really moved into this area yet, and I do have plans for it. I want to make this little quarry hole thing a mine with some equipment moving stuff and all that. That nether portal will move, but the farmer, i.e. me, is running out of places to store his items. So I think it would be a good idea to make a storage area. I have a ton of dirt. I'm going to get rid of this tree, and I'm going to start making a place to store all my new items. I wanted to pause the time lapse real quick because today is officially day 101. You can see that on the F3 menu. I wanted to kind of just go back to where we started this whole thing and appreciate the sunset. I think that's a pretty important milestone. 100 days. I think we've made pretty good progress in this world so far, and hopefully we make just a bit more before it all runs out. All right, that wasn't too bad of a project. Didn't take me too long. So this is going to be our new storage area. I left this part blank. I could fit some more chests here, but I thought it would be better if I had like the crafting blocks, like the netherite upgrade, the smithing table, like a crafting table, anvil, grindstone, stuff like that. So it kind of looks like a little tool shop in here. And then maybe we could put some furnaces over here or something, but I wanted to leave it a little bit open. But for now, I am going to move my items from my house over to here. Since we took all of the items out of the house, I think this downstairs could probably use a little bit of a remodel. So let's think about this. I'm thinking I would want the bed to be one of the first things when you walk in. So let's move the puppy over here. So let's do a little nook right here, I guess, for that. But the kitchen will be over here. So we're going to have blast furnace, smoker. Oh, come here, puppy. Let's put you on the stairs. That's your new spot. Okay. So let's go furnace, furnace, furnace. Put the jukebox right here. And we'll put the barrel for the jukebox that holds all the discs right there. We've actually got quite a good collection going so far. I think we're like 40% done, which is pretty good considering I'm not really trying to go get them. And then we'll put our cauldron here, our sink, and then we can put some cabinets here. Trash can going over in this corner. And I'm going to need some more wood, so I'll be right back. Alright, back with the wood. Let's put a crafting table here. I need this, this, and that. Okay, so I've got that. Now let's make a table or an island. Okay, so this is where I eat dinner. So now we walk in, kitchen's over in the corner. Got our bed here. Might add a double bed later. But for now, we're going to leave it as the single bed. Let's set our spawn. And I am going to go check on the chicken farm, see how that's working. All right, 7 chickens. That's not bad. I was putting some stuff away and I thought I would start to build out this little tool area. And I'm thinking eventually, and I know this is going to sound silly, I know they added this new weapon to the game, but the mace would be a really cool hammer for this workshop area. So maybe next episode or so, we'll try and go find one of those tricky trial places and we can finish up our little tool shed here. All in all, I think it's a good finished project for now. I may make a few tweaks to it as we go along. You might be wondering why I tore up the little garden. That was our original starter farm. Getting a little crowded, and I would like to build a little more of a pathway that goes up side of the hill here into the storage area. Okay, so we are trying to make a cool little walkway. I kind of want to keep it in the theme of the dirt, gravel, cobble over there. So I'm going to try and mimic what I did over here, but just at a steeper angle. Let's see if we can't terraform in a way that makes a little bit of sense. So there's this, and then we're going to need some room here. So we'll go here, get some of that. Now we can come up there. And I'm thinking right here, I kind of want to shear this off and make it more of a cliff. So let's go there, 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 here, here, there. It's too far out. And this looks pretty good so far. We're going to need this here. So I'm going to fill this in with stone. Okay, so let's fill in with gravel. So the rest of this will be path blocks. Okay. Now we come down. Looks decent. Looks pretty good to me. Just a small little pathway going up to our storage area makes it a little easier to get up and down. And I think that's pretty much it. We'll do that, and then we're good. We'll add some more lighting around here as time goes on. I think we might do that right now, actually, since we're working on the area. So this will go off to the fishing area, and this way we'll go obviously into our storage room. We'll probably make a few custom trees in here, and this will be the pond area. I'm going to excavate this all. I put just a few more around, mainly where I walk quite frequently, and I think that's good enough for now. And I keep talking about it, but the next thing I would like to move on to is the Fisherman's Grove area thing, whatever this is going to be. And I've got a pretty cool idea, but I don't have all of the items that I need for it, so I'm going to get started on it. Try and get on with this build, because I've been talking about it for so long. And you guys are going to start thinking I'm going to cry wolf. Okay. Got all that done. Now I'm going to excavate this little pond area that I want to start building. So I actually had to go off and look for a good river, and I stumbled across this village. I found a large fern, which is a pretty rare item, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. And if I find anything else along the way, then I will share it with you. But for now, I'm just going to keep on going to go get some clay, and then... No, get out. Go get some clay, and then I will let y'all know when I'm back. So I didn't find a river, but I found the next best thing. I found a lush cave, which is great, because I also need spore blossoms from here as well. So I'm going to get all this clay, and then I'm going to look around for a spore blossom or two. and then I will be back at the base. Okay, I made it back, and now I'm going to start constructing it, and constructing this pond area at least. And the reason I wanted to get the clay is because if I just put a ton of sand and cobble around, I think it'd look pretty bland. I think that the clay here, I like the way it looks, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And so I'll just kind of checker it around and build like this. And I'll probably try to make it like a couple blocks next to each other so it doesn't look so random. Then we can go like that. I can go there. I'll try and keep the clay kind of near the bottom here. So it's kind of like it's, I don't know, silty near the bottom, and then up near the top it's more sandy and clean, I guess. Put a little bit of clay here and there, but in general, it's going to be mostly sand. With some cobble structures mixed in. So my goal for this area is kind of like farmers had a long day at work, got a few hours left daylight, comes over here, starts fishing, catches his dinner, then he goes home, pets his doggy dog, goes to sleep. And since we have some shroom blocks for lighting, I think I put them here. No. Oh, I thought I had shroom blocks. Maybe I put them in this chest. I did. Shroom lights, that's what they're called. I will use these to light up the pond slightly. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the sand being up that high, so let's get rid of that. Okay. And I'll add a couple of shroom lights down here in the water. And one right there for good measure. Alright, so now I think it's time to add the water to this. So Fisherman can walk in right here. I'm going to make a little dock for him. And then I'll work on the outside of this little pond grove thing. So what I'm going to try and do now is just get a couple of fish. Just stock the pond. I'll get a couple of trout and whatever else is in this little cove here. Alright, so we've got some fish in our pond. Now we just need to finish a little dock here. I think that that's too close. And I'll just play around with where these go and just bear with me here. There's this, and I'm going to move this guy over one. There we go. Okay, so I have 10 campfires. Let's do... Oh, that's not what I want. I want the campfires up here. There we go. I'm going to put some trap doors here. And we'll finish this off with some slabs. It's like a little makeshift dock that the farmer built just so he can come out here and relax. Alright, perfect. So that part of the build is done. And we will start the outside of this project now. So I've completed about half of the ledge that I kind of wanted to work on. And basically all I'm doing is I'm trying to find like a way that makes it seem like it's kind of eroding in the game a little bit. So I'll pick a block like these stone stairs and I'll go like that and I'll just place it down. And then after that, I will try to make it seem like there's a piece of it that broke off a little bit. And it started raining. Great. Anyways, then I'll just keep going like this. And then I'll go behind, and just because I've been using the andesite stairs, I'll probably use some andesite here. And right there. And I don't need to make it like a massive undertaking on every part of the cliff. Just enough so it breaks it up. Probably change that a little bit before I move on to the final part, but for now, let's just keep going over here. And really, as I'm doing this, I'm kind of thinking, I don't really want to know what the blocks are when I look at it immediately. So like I'm looking at that one right there, and I can tell that's a stair, but over here, I can't really tell what type of blocks are each one. I mean, if I really looked at it, I probably could, but I kind of just want it to flow naturally across the landscape that I'm building here. I think that looks pretty good. I'm just going to finish this part right over here, and I will cut to when I'm done, and we'll move on to the final part, which is going to take just a little bit of time, and I might need to go get some more resources for it. Okay, let's get to the final part of this little fisherman's grove. And what I want to do now, I want to kind of surround it with trees. So last episode, I kind of showed how I make the leaves on all of my trees. So initially when I do this, I like to build like a little three by two, like right here. And I work my way up from there. So I'll do there. And with the bigger ones, I kind of make them a little bit thicker. And that helps with trying to make the trunks and stuff. But for these, I said I was going to try and make them a little smaller. So I'm going to just go up here, maybe go up one more, and then I'll make my branches. And I kind of want to make it so that these trees the leaves are kind of going down on top of the water, not in them, but kind of like a willow tree almost. I've already gotten and done this stump. I'm probably going to do another stump right about here. That might be a little close. Let's move it over a couple blocks. Then we'll do another one here. And then we'll do another one right here. Then we'll do one final one right there, and then we'll do a couple more on the other sides, but let's get these done first. Okay, so I've got the basic structure of all the trees down. So now just to add the leaves, and I'm going to do a little bit of variance with them. I'm going to put some mangrove leaves in there because it's kind of a different kind of tree than these oaks that I've used, but I still use the same kind of wood. So I wanted to try and show a little bit of variance in there. So with this, I kind of wanted to just do almost the same type of build for the trees, but instead of like, let me get some shears while I keep talking. Instead of doing the checkerboard pattern, I wanted to kind of just go down the limbs a little bit. So I'll go down here, and then I'll go up, and I'll add one or two there. And I do want to checker it a little bit, but not as much as the other, because I do think it's cool to show like a little bit more of like, oh, there's different kinds of trees here. The one thing that I am kind of confused about is how to do tops of these trees. So maybe do something like that, where they're not really touching, but still kind of like an umbrella. Okay, and we are almost done. Just have one more touch to put on here. Well, I'm not going to lie, that was just a little embarrassing. I did not realize that you cannot reproduce these. And if I had known that, I probably would have grabbed a few more when I was down in that lush cave. But that's okay. I'll just put it right here, and that will hopefully give us the desired effect. Oh, perfect. And I'll probably build a few more trees over here. So there you go. Now I've got my little fisherman's grove. It's stocked with trout, even though they're hiding underneath the dock. And now we've got a little bit of world building. But we've got the spore blossom, giving out like little fireflies and stuff. I think that's pretty cool. All right, guys, just enchanted a fishing rod, and I think that kind of concludes it there. Do a little bit of fishing in between episodes. But thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see y'all in the future. But for now, peace.